Here we go.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening, Willy B?
Willy Bets. We're just checking in, dropping some bets. We're a little hungover today, a little foggy, but that doesn't stop the bankroll from growing.
It doesn't stop the money train, baby.
It's been now shoot you all aboard. But yeah, we got some big day of football tomorrow.
Week one.
Week one.
Been waiting for this for a
long time coming. So what better way to celebrate a good day of football like gambling?
Well,
yes, sir.
I've already made. I mean, we had one Saturday and one like Thursday. I've already made $400 on just this like 1.5 weekends almost. So I'm feeling like tomorrow is going to be a big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, let's get into what we got for slate of games tomorrow and some other stuff. We this is the recipe right here to how to make some money. According to Willy Bets, Penn State, Wisconsin over. Yeah, 3-1. That's Hall of Fame numbers right there if you're playing baseball.
That's true.
But yeah, Penn State, Wisconsin over. We I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be good old-fashioned Big Ten shootout.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes traditions are broken.
James Franklin plays. He can kind of play faster, and then this Graham Mertz kid. We talked about him last night on the podcast. Like he's another guy that he can put up some points. So I don't hate this one. Like I would feel more comfortable playing like a Michigan State under or something like that. But like an over 49.5 is not that bad here.
Yeah, I mean that's 50 points. That's not crazy, unthinkable. But
right.
Yeah, I think that I think it's going to definitely hit. Say that could be way off, but fuck it, that's what I'm feeling. And then Oklahoma should just beat the shit out of Tulane. Spencer Rattler is going to. He's been talked a lot about. He's going to try to put on a show, like one of y'all said. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
I agree with it.
Number 2 in the country, and they got that game at home now. I think they're just try to like
Tulane having to move last minute to Oklahoma could make a big difference on this. My only concern is that Tulane can score some points. So like 50-20 type of game is kind of worrisome a little bit on that one. But I don't think they're going to stop scoring with Spencer Rattler.
Yeah. Same thing with Alabama. Alabama, they always have those week 1 games where it's supposed to be kind of close, and it rarely is close at all. So.
I can't tell you anything on this one. Now, Sam in the chat is asking what's the Bama first half line, and I'll have to do some research on that one.
I'm guessing it's probably about 10.
I would assume it's 10.5. Probably is how they have it set up, but I'll find that out right now. I'm going to pull it up. But, some of those, I don't see Miami hanging in there like at all.
Me neither.
I mean,
I don't know. I could definitely see like some sort of like a 44-27 type game. I
can't see Miami scoring that much points on them.
So
one-dimensional.
He's just very explosive, and if they keep him in the whole game, I could see them backdooring that and getting some last-second garbage time points.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's possibly a Heisman candidate if everything goes right for Miami.
That's Derek King. Is that dude's name?
Yeah.
Been around forever now. Is he a super senior this year?
Yeah,
super COVID redshirt senior.
Super senior.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about Louisiana Lafayette, Texas before we started here. How they're returning basically their whole team. You were saying that?
Did I change your mind on this? I feel like I changed your mind on this.
Yeah, you did.
I feel very accomplished because I changed you on this. All right, first of all, Alabama's -10 straight up on the first half line against Miami. But
Credit to me.
that is great pull there. ULL's. I mean, not only they're pretty much their whole team, but also their quarterback Levi Lewis. You saw what they did last year against Iowa State. They have a solid defense. They can score points and they can run the ball down your throat. I just can't see. That 9 points is a huge number against this team, and I can't understand why, other than just it's Texas. Like I can't get it at all.
Texas is
can't
back.
figure it out. They're not. I mean, I know. I know you're joking, but like, it's Sarkisian's first year, redshirt freshman quarterback starting for his first game. Like, give me a break. There's no way they can cover 9 against a solid bowl team. You know,
there's a part of me that just wants to pick Texas here, just because everyone seems to be so hard on ULL.
Yeah.
And just this feels fishy to me. I don't know. But I in general, I do think ULL. I honestly think ULL could win the game.
So if Texas covers the 9, I'm just telling you right now, look out, because Texas is going to win the national championship in a couple of years because Steve Sarkisian is that guy, and I just don't think that's happening. I don't think that's going to happen though. Like. But if it does happen and they cover 9 on his opening game, and then they have Arkansas coming up next week, like, watch out. Like, they can be for real, and he's got that juice or whatever behind him. But I don't see it.
They
just
be
a test for
a quarterback, and I'm blanking on his name, but he's supposed to be like a pretty good athlete, apparently.
Yeah,
like a real mobile guy.
You talking about their quarterback?
Yeah.
Hudson Card is his name.
Is that his name?
Okay. Yeah, and I don't know too much about him, and that's another thing. Like, why
I heard Tom Fornelli talking about him today, and he was going.
Why the hell is I just feel like Texas, just because of their name, gets points, and that's when you should take the underdog. Like,
and there's probably so many people just putting money on Texas to cover and stuff, and the spread's been going up for them. Just because of Texas. I've heard no other reason.
Yeah, and but Texas is the public dog here. Like, so apparently the public is all over ULL, which makes sense though. Like, it's a lot of points for a brand new coach, brand new quarterback. We've seen Texas lose games that they shouldn't have lost. I mean, lost to Kansas a couple years ago, for crying out loud. Like, ULL.
Speaking of Kansas, I saw there was a season wins total for Kansas that was set at 1.5.
You were going to take the under?
No, I was just saying that's risky to take that.
Absolutely.
Either way,
like I saw today, or it was yesterday. Georgia's over under is at 11.5.
Wow,
like
that's so nuts.
You got to take the under, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, they're going to lose tomorrow.
Yeah, well, then you win your bet, right? Exactly.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. 11.5. Because they're not even favored to win tomorrow.
That's bowl games included, like bowl game, SEC championship.
Just regular season.
Regular season only. So
12.
Yeah, they'd have to go 12-0.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Like, why would?
I mean, like, I'm high on Georgia, but
they're not going undefeated.
They play Clemson tomorrow.
Yeah, they play Clemson. Dude. Clemson,
I think they won the table.
Georgia. Yeah, Georgia usually, they lose a game here and there.
Right.
Like, it's not unheard of for them to lose to a Kentucky or something like that.
Right.
I mean, it happens, but man, that's a lot. All right, so let's talk about your parlays because I really like that one.
Yeah, so I'm basically thinking LSU scores a lot of points, UCLA does not. So, I mean, I think 2.5.
What's your score prediction there?
Somewhere like 45-15-ish, something like that.
Okay.
And so I told you this before we started. You said under 64, and I said, well, it's going to hurt you, but my prediction was 45-20.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a brutal loss for you.
Yeah,
I feel for you
bad
already.
beat.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
I'll
Venmo you money once that happens.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, I also got in with, I just did obviously LSU 2.5 without the under part of that. 'Cause, I mean, that's literally free money.
I just cannot see. I'm still seeing people like talking about UCLA as the upset pick of the week. Even Barstool, Dave Portnoy posted like a +3 UCLA pick as far a part of a parlay, and I'm like, you guys are losing your minds. Like,
yeah, I don't see how that could happen in any way, shape, or form.
Well, as far as betting goes now, I'm starting to think of, okay, like how can we utilize the misinformation that we got from 2020 and use it for 2021 until Vegas catches up, because they haven't yet, or the public, one or the other.
I mean, that's the case for a lot of teams too.
Absolutely.
I
probably need to figure out who those teams are, because I know it's LSU, obviously, because of all they went through. But there's other teams, I'm sure, that went through the same stuff. Oklahoma could be one. We just talked about them. Like,
are they though?
Spencer Rattler didn't look great last year.
Yeah, but he did at the end of the year. He looked great at the end of the year. And
isn't he?
They got crazy.
He has the best odds to win the Heisman, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, you know what we're watching right now is a team like North Carolina could be the opposite for them. Like, we saw North Carolina kind of like blow through some teams last year, score a lot of points, and maybe teams have kind of gotten better on that, like to where they've caught up as far as personnel goes. Like I'm thinking like COVID just kind of maybe played that role. And I don't know if that's the case for Virginia Tech, but there could be another team like that we can kind of think of.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I got a text just now from Sam. I'm looking to live bet LSU to win by 25 plus. Hopefully we can get that to plus 300. So he's looking at like just a complete blowout, and if he can live bet it up to like a huge amount, because we're just going to steamroll.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to look at that in the first quarter, see what the odds are for that.
Yeah, I hate live betting, but I would like to do that during an LSU game, because I feel like I know the team a little bit better. But I feel like you got to get through that first quarter first. We still have that 2020 taste in our mouth. We have to get through the first quarter, flush it down the toilet, and then we'll be like, okay, 2021, this is the feeling of the team and the defense or whatever.
Yeah. Sure. And Matt, this show has the same rules as One Team, One Podcast. We don't talk about 2020 on here, okay?
Well, I didn't. I said, what did I say? I said 2020. We're gonna flush it. Muted me? You just muted me?
I just sensed that you were about to. You said the word 2020, and I just muted you.
Hey, Jack, don't ever fucking. Hey.
Hey, welcome back, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's this country club crap that you got here?
Yeah. What's this? I see his foreign names on here.
U.S. Open, man, best tennis tournament of all time. Got a little.
And y'all that don't know, Willy Bets is a former college tennis star, so he will tell you all about the tennis. And you've been like on fire with the tennis, right?
Oh yeah, tennis is tennis parlays. I'm like 15-3 and up like almost $2,000 on tennis. So
okay, so hit the tennis for sure.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about. So we're taking, this is like the second, third, fourth round of the tournament by far. I mean by now. So we're taking a Rublev money line. He's playing an American, Francis Tiafoe, and should be a pretty easy matchup for him. Djokovic Nishikori, the total games was set at 27.5. I don't understand how that makes sense. So that's a gimme right there. I think it's going to go 4 sets. We're taking the over. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know who Shikori is.
Nishikori.
So he's a finalist of the U.S. Open. He's like almost won a couple Grand Slams.
Okay.
He's just kind of older now, and Djokovic is still a beast. But these two have played twice at the U.S. Open. Nishikori's won one, Djokovic has won one. So this is a rubber match.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's going to go 4 sets. The over's going to hit. Berrettini's playing some dude I've barely even heard of, like Ivashka or something. And Berrettini's a beast at the U.S. Open. So actually, I think he was a finalist at Wimbledon a couple months ago. So he's hot right now. Young and upcoming guy.
So
Lloyd Harris is kind of a underdog in the match he's playing. Young guy on the come up as well. But like 2 months ago, this dude beat Nadal. So he's legit.
okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So this is, as you see, odds are plus 713. So we have reason to believe this will hit. And I've already sent it through and probably going to make some money off that.
All right. I am unable to do a parlay through my guy on a tennis match or tennis like a parlay. So what would you suggest if I had to do straight bets on these? Like get rid of the Berrettini one.
I'd get rid of Berrettini and the Rublev and take the Djokovic Nishikori over and Lloyd Harris money line. Djokovic Nishikori over for sure. That's like the leg I'm most confident in.
Lock solid
by far.
Lloyd Harris money line, right? Like that's plus 155 on mine. So okay.
Yep.
And then I have it over 28. You're good with that?
Yeah, I'm the same thing.
Okay. All right. I'm taking it. Taking it, Willie B.
That's the end of the Willy Bets
baby.
bets.
Yep.
Huh?
That's the end of the Willy Bets bets.
Yes, sir.
For the week.
All right. Any other games y'all are thinking about?
Do you like that name? Yeah. I kind of just came up with it. Willy Bets bets.
Yeah. It's got a good ring to it.
Okay. We're kind of just going with things as we go.
Yeah.
All right. So we got some football this week. Oh shit.
Cowboys. How about them boys, baby?
This is week 1 NFL game 1 Thursday night football opening game. Cowboys at the Bucks. Bucks are favored by 7.5. I think I like Cowboys here.
I do too.
On the spread, I like Bucks to win. I think they're.
Do you feel like people are overvaluing the Bucks? You think they're overvaluing the Bucks here because they got 22 starters back and all that?
I think they're slightly overvaluing them, but I do still think that the Bucks are a top 2 or 3 team in the league.
When they're playing well.
Yeah, it's like Ole Miss football. Like you have Matt Corral as a Heisman, and like all
is it like Ole Miss football?
They're being like
they just
favored.
won the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, but they didn't win it like the Saints beat.
Yeah, but I mean they got hot at the end of the season. They kind of put everything together.
Yeah, they got hot at the end of the season,
I think they figured out their roster is the thing, and their defense got healthy, and they have 2 of the 5 best linebackers in the league. They have 2 top 15 receivers. They have the GOAT, and then Leonard Fournette started getting going. Their offensive line started getting going. They have good DBs now. They had some young DBs that figured out how to play. So no, I don't think they're extremely overvalued. I think that they're still one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, but 7.5 is what I mean by overvalued.
But I still like Cowboys plus 7.5. Yeah,
this should be 6.5, right? Like this should be like a 6.5 game, like under a touchdown.
It is in Tampa, though. I could see that being like crazy crowd.
Like in the NFL, I feel like there's
10,
never like
if they win by 10, that wouldn't shock me.
I feel like in the NFL, there's never like a 14-point game. It's either like really, really close or like they blow the shit out of it.
Yeah, but you do have Dak coming off the injury. You have
7.5, or they blew the shit out of it. Yes.
You have Dak coming off injury. You have CD is out with COVID. I just don't know. Dallas also isn't that good.
Yeah, they're missing a lot of stuff. They
and that
they had one of
defense-
like the worst offensive lines in last year, which they got better, but like
yeah,
it's
it was
still not an elite offensive line.
I still think they have a good like 3-headed monster with like Dak, Amari Cooper, Zeke Elliott. You know, like
And
I
Michael
feel like they
Gallup's
have
also
that.
a great wide receiver too.
Yeah, for sure. To where they can score some just a layup for Tampa Bay. I just don't see Tampa Bay just like blowing teams out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I guess they really didn't do that last year I guess they blew out the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, but for the most part they didn't really blow anyone out. Like, I mean, the Redskins was a tough game. Saints were a tough game. Yeah, for the most part, they didn't really blow teams out. But I don't know. I do think that they're going to come out just electrified. And I could definitely see them beating the shit out of the Cowboys.
Could come out. Could be hungover though.
Possibly. I don't know, but it's Brady, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
He doesn't get hungover anymore. He's had too many rings.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. And he's keto and all that. So Iowa is
TB12.
hosting,
TB12.
Right, exactly. Iowa's hosting Indiana. This is a ranked matchup, like 17 versus 18 or something like that. Indiana coming off a good year. They got Michael Penix, which is a great name for obvious reasons. I don't know a lot about Iowa, but it's Iowa. They're always the fucking same, right?
Yeah.
They lost
grass-fed boys.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna run the fucking ball. That's about all you need to know.
I wouldn't touch this game. I don't.
Not
I
at
think
a 4.
Not at a 4.
If it was at under a 3, I'd be all over Indiana on this. But like 4 is tough. Like I don't know.
No, I agree. I think this is a tough place to go, and I think Iowa wins close. So that's why, I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find the over under on this one. Let me pull it up real quick because, like,
Iowa money line might even be at play here.
These Big Ten over unders are like, man, it's so you want to play them so bad. 46 points. Indiana could score that. Iowa can't. Like that's the problem that I see is like you always have like there's one team that can score something, but the other team is just they're just going to play defense. I mean that's all Iowa's going to do. So 46 is something I would do. I would look at an under 46 on that.
Yeah.
I could do it. I could see a 20-17 type game. That's probably what I would pick. Okay, next up is this game's in Atlanta. Ole Miss -10 against Louisville, neutral site. I don't know anything about Louisville. Do they still have Cunningham? Is he still there?
Yeah,
quarterback?
I think so.
Really? Puma. Okay.
Yep.
He's pretty good, but I don't. They have Tutu Atwell still. He's a good receiver.
No, he's gone. He's in the NFL.
Is he gone? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then I really don't know anything about Louisville.
I think I'd take Ole Miss here, though.
Sure.
I'm going to take. I'm living dangerously here. I'm thinking of Ole Miss
over 75.
74. Yeah.
74.
I'm thinking Ole Miss scoring a ton of points, not playing any defense like they did last year, and it's just like a complete all-out offensive explosion. And we had a few of those last year where it was like 70 lines, and they ended up getting to like the 80s and 90s.
Sure.
And that's something I could see. I know that Louisville can score like points, and they have good skill position guys. But what I don't know about
what's our
Ole
coach's
Miss,
name? Satterfield.
Yeah, he was the guy from Appalachian State before
Sure.
Drinkwitz.
So
So
run
Drinkwitz
heavy,
was there.
kind of, but then
Yeah, they do like a zone
Michigan.
read kind of run. Yeah. So they're kind of explosive with that, but I don't know about their trenches. And then the next thing I don't know is I don't know if Ole Miss can play any defense at all. Like people are banking on that, and I'm like,
for what?
Well, we're seeing that right now with North Carolina. I feel like North Carolina and Ole Miss are in the same boats this year. Like everybody's looking at their quarterback and they're thinking, okay, this guy's going to be a Heisman candidate, and so they need to be ranked really high, even though they still can't play defense and they're still.
North Carolina has 0 points at halftime right now.
I think Papa wants
What's
to
the
come on
score?
the podcast. By the way, no,
it's 14-0 Virginia Tech right now.
Wow,
14-0 Virginia Tech
at
halftime.
Yeah,
so they're being shut out at halftime.
Yeah,
he's already lost the Heisman, right?
I'm pretty excited to watch the second half. I'm beyond. Yeah, no, it's.
I mean, Sam Howell's already lost it.
Although I thought C.J. Stroud lost the Heisman at halftime yesterday, and then
he did.
He ends up having 350 yards.
All he has to do is throw the ball up in the air, and then Olave is going to catch it, and then whatever.
I'm gonna see. I'm seeing what this North Carolina odds are for live betting.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, tell us what that is.
It's the second half or just halftime?
For what?
Just a live bet, I'm assuming you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, tell us what that is. But you got Notre Dame going to Florida State. The Notre Dame's a 7-point favorite. Hey, Summer.
Hey.
Good to see you.
What y'all betting on? She said.
Football. Foosball.
Foosball.
Don't bet your rent.
Okay.
Too late. That's how I make my rent.
Yep.
That's how he makes his rent, he said. Oh.
So with North Carolina, Notre Dame, Brian Kelly sucks.
7 points? Oof.
7 points.
I'd have to go with it, though.
Yeah, with Notre Dame.
Yeah, because I don't know what Norvell is going to be like, and Florida State's gone through so much turmoil in the last couple of years. It's just hard to bet them on anything right now.
Sure. I'm pretty much with that.
I don't know who the quarterback's going to be for Notre Dame. I know nothing about them, but I know
it's Jack Cohn.
Brian Kelly's. Who's?
I think it's Jack Cohn. You remember that guy from Wisconsin?
From Wisconsin. Yeah, I remember him. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's
then
there.
Super experienced kid.
Yeah, correct.
So I think that
he's kind of he's actually fairly athletic for his size too.
Yeah.
Interesting transfer. ULL going to Texas. This was the only graphic I could find for ULL for some reason. The rest of them weren't.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's UL and then Lafayette, so it's perfect.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Texas -9. We already talked about this. But, yeah, I think ULL is definitely the play here publicly, right?
Yeah, public. I think it's 65% public is on ULL here. So
what's the money
such a
line?
large – I don't think they're – I don't have a money line on anything that's over 4 or whatever. So I don't even have what that would be. But that's one that I would have to say –
value, right?
Yeah, I would have to say after the first quarter and first half, you need to gauge this game and you need to look at some live bets on this because I bet you still it's going to be Texas as a favorite. Even at halftime, even though they might be down or whatever, you could maybe take a look at that. I think that could be a
plus 270 right now for the money line.
Plus 270. That's great value, I would say.
I think that is too. I don't know about taking it though. I like the -9 better than that, but
if you want to just put a little something on it, have a little fun.
500 on it,
no, nothing crazy. Big Ten, more Big Ten play. Love Big Ten.
Oh
games. Scott, we did have you had over 49 on this already.
Yeah, this is already on your bets, right?
But Wisconsin's also favored by 5.5. It's in Wisconsin.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, we've kind of already talked about it.
It's in I forget their
Madison.
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 It's in Madison. It's not in like a neutral site in
No,
Wisconsin.
it's at Madison.
Okay.
I pretty much just think Wisconsin's the better team here, and I think they win by a touchdown or more. So I'd say -5.5 is that I would take that.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
And
I like that
State
quarterback.
wasn't great last year.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Like, I think if I would take anything, I don't even know what the over-under is, but I would take the under.
It's 49.5.
40. I mean, anything like right at close to 50 to me in the Big Ten, you just got to take the under. I'm taking the under and then a -5.5.
William's upset, but
I am upset.
It's a good principle to have.
Yep, but principles are not always. They're not always.
That's true. That is true, William.
So another game, Ole Miss and Louisville are playing in Atlanta on Monday, but on Saturday, Alabama's playing Miami. There's 2 Chick-fil-A kickoffs this year, and Alabama's favored by 19.5.
They're both in Atlanta.
They're both in Atlanta. There's 2 Chick-fil-A kickoffs. Weird.
That's weird. That is weird.
Yeah.
Take Alabama here.
We also
no
already talked
questions
about
asked.
this game, right?
Yep. But
yeah, I think I would take Alabama on that line.
oh yeah.
But I'm not as sure about that as y'all two are. I don't think.
I'm pretty sure about it too. So I like the full line. The first half line 10, whatever. I'm not quite sure about, but Sam even wants us to look at the first quarter line too. So he's interested in like all 3 lines for.
I feel like betting quarters is just like a
couple of years ago when Tua was there, like betting quarters was like it was it. Like they're up 21-0 after the first quarter.
Yeah,
it's like this is easy.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be that, but I don't think I don't think Manny Diaz and Miami like stand a chance defensively against Alabama. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. The only thoughts that I have too, though, is that I don't know about Alabama's running game. Their running game the last couple of years has just been fantastic with Najee Harris, and I don't know if they have that this year with like Brian Robinson. I feel like they have to have that. They have to have another guy that comes in.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, pretty much I agree with that. Moving on to the West Coast, LSU is going to UCLA. Put the boots up. 2.5. That's just too low. From our very unbiased point of view, that is just.
If there was no decimal, I'd still take it.
Yeah, if this was 5.5, we would take it, right, Willie? Like,
no, he's saying
if this was 25.
25. Oh,
yeah. You get rid of that decimal, I'm still hammering it.
But like, once it goes under 3, like, I mean, I can still, even with my homer self, see that we come in and we struggle and we turn the ball over and then we win by 3 points or something like that. Like, I can still see that, but like, it's improbable. I feel like that we're gonna take it to them. Like, I don't see any difference here. I think people are still just hung over on 2020.
Well, it's partially that, and I think people are. I don't know. It's like after because it's come down 1.5 since UCLA played Hawaii, and I think people are they're seeing that 44-10, and they're just thinking like, they beat the fucking shit out of them, so I guess they're really good. Like Chip Kelly, it's the Chip Kelly overhype too. That's a big part of it.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah,
he's been there for 3 years. Like, I mean, come on. Like,
we've literally talked about this game for
I know
weeks and weeks and weeks. So
this line, the more and more I look at it, this line looks so stinky to me. Like, and I'm trying to figure it out, but the only thing I can think of is that they're just looking at 2020 and they're not looking at 2021. And we could catch Vegas here on like a crazy line,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson at Georgia. Clemson and Georgia. They're playing in Bank of America in Charlotte. This is obviously the game of the week.
The big game of the week. Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe the game of the regular season. Yeah, Clemson's favored by 3 here. I don't have the over-under in front of me, but I don't know. I think Clemson wins. I think they win close, and I think I like Georgia on the +3 actually, but I like Clemson to win, which is, just splitting hairs basically.
I would take. I
think I like
under
Clemson
50.5 to be honest.
Under 50.5.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could see this game being like a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see a lot of explosive plays. And I know, like, these are 2 really good defenses, but I think there's also some really, really – both quarterbacks are very good, throw very good deep balls. DJ obviously has a humongous arm.
Yeah.
I don't know what Clemson has at receiver, but I just know that they're all freaking freaks. I could see a lot of explosive plays actually. So I probably wouldn't touch the over under, honestly.
What was the over under again?
It's
50.5.
Probably.
If I did anything, it would be the over. But
I think I would go over too.
But the -3, I told y'all before, I don't think I'm gonna play this one.
I think I like Clemson money line here.
Yeah.
Because I feel good about Clemson winning, and I'm sure it's not, it's like probably -150 or something like that.
Yeah,
probably 110, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that would be my play.
And if I
don't think I'm not touching this game.
If I had to take the spread, I would take Georgia.
It might not be bad to like add Clemson money line to a parlay or something.
There's a
like
lot of hype about Georgia like going deep this year.
Yeah, that's why I posted earlier today. If I was a Georgia fan right now, I'd be so stressed out today.
Because this game is really going to make or break your season, like and how you see it.
It's going to make or break how you see the Georgia program for like a year or 2, maybe even 2 years.
Yeah, and Kirby Smart too. Like
exactly.
Everybody's
it's program defining game for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all the games we have this week.
Yeah. Well, we I think we're looking good on our picks. I like all of our picks. I think
show you those.
We can make some money. Yep.
One more time. Yep.
I don't see. I know y'all are not with me on Penn State, Wisconsin, but just watch.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Just watch.
Let's see. What are my favorite picks from you? I like ULL. I like Alabama.
It's a parlays.
I like Oklahoma.
I just played the. I
love the tennis picks.
Yeah, I played the tennis picks, but straight. I think I could get all of them straight up. If maybe not the Rublev. I'm not sure if I got that one straight up or not.
Okay. Yeah, and then you get the LSU -2 under 64. I think we all like that. Not sure about the total. But
yeah, it's close, but I mean that would depend on the defense though, like LSU's defense and how they come out. Like again, that's another one that we can look at like a live line because everybody's worried about that defense, and if they come out in the first quarter and like completely shut down UCLA, I don't think UCLA is gonna like make adjustments to like beat our defense, but it will just tell you that our defense is for real and like we got it figured out.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and then that's definitely that parlay is definitely a big bet on the defense. I would say that's a big Durante Jones parlay.
Right.
That's what we'll call it. We'll call it
love
the Durante Jones parlay.
The DJ Bourbon Club parlay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there we go. I'll slap a logo on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's about all we got, huh?
Yeah, that'll wrap her up. Next Friday we'll be back 6:00, and
you'll be back in town, right? Finally back in town.
Finally back in town. Yeah. We'll do a recap.
Willy Bets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll go back over our bets.
We'll recap this week. either apologize or say how good, but brag at how good we are.
Yeah.
No, we either brag how good we are or we don't say anything.
Yeah,
So
that's
the way
right.
it works.
Don't bring it up. Yeah, it's in the past. It's in the past.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we,
right,
should
guys.
we should start putting over under on how long we're gonna go.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're way
We're
over
about,
to that.
we're about 15 or 25 minutes over what we said we were gonna
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So credit
All right,
to
guys.
Matt for that.
Have a good
Later.
one. I love to talk, guys. I'm just telling you.
All right.
Willy B.
It's been Willy Bets.
Take it easy.
All right.